Hello, Aquarius, Happy New Year. The distance between a dream and the manifestation of that dream sometimes seems huge. It's a huge gulf, a gap, a distance. The dream is here, it's locked away in the cranial area. The reality of that is nowhere to be seen until we somehow manifest that, act upon the dream, and through the use of willpower, coordinate a plan that can make that dream an absolute reality. And that distance or that gap is bridged by using the planets Saturn and Pluto. That is synonymous for resolution. Unless we have resolution and the resolve of will to act upon the dreams or the visions or the insights that we have, then the dreams will never become a reality. And the reason I'm talking about this is because right now in your horoscope we see the very strong cluster of planets in your 12th sector. 12th sector is one of the misunderstood sectors along with the 8th sector. 12th sector is actually a very spiritual sector, and it shows the free giving of one's time, one's resources, and one's energies. Now, I bring that concept into the discussion because often it's very hard for people to understand that where there's an obstruction in the achievement of our dreams and our objectives, it's often because we're not giving enough. We become preoccupied with what it is we want for ourselves. The dream becomes all-encompassing. It becomes an exercise in self-infatuation, self-absorption, self-centeredness. What happens then is that we're trying to suck in as much energy as we can. We think that to build our little empires, we have to grab as much of anything as we can, the help of that person, the money from that person. We've got to work hard. So it's all imploding in on ourselves. The 12th house of the horoscope, and what I'm alluding to here for you now for 2014, is that the success and the manifestation of these dreams for you is going to happen through the resolution to give more, to help others. Now that is often diametrically opposed to the sort of principles we've had, in our upbringing. That we should work hard, we should don't trust anyone, and sure, you've got to be careful in discriminating in those sort of people that you help. But there is a principle at work here, and I'm talking about this now because the new moon in the 12th house does show an elevation of your awareness and an encompassing of the world in a way that you've not seen before. And some of you are probably scratching your heads now saying, Dadhichi, well, we are born under the sign of Aquarius. Aquarius is the sign of universality and the sign of community. Yes, but you have to examine the motivation behind that. What I'm saying here is there's a paradigm shift now, a very strong shift, and that can be very much accelerated through your resolving, that resolution, to start to really focus on those areas where you can practically help someone else. Helping someone else is going to help you throughout these coming months. Now that can take place, I feel, when that new moon, around the 15th, 16th, 17th, full moon takes place in your 6th house of work. 6th house is also health issues. 12th house is also health issues. Now, rather than feeling bogged down and irritated by someone who is stealing your time because you can't finish what you have on your agenda, this is, I guess, my suggestion for an experiment. Why don't we experiment before you make a resolution? You've got a month. We can use some astrological license here, a bit of creative license. Let's just say that you can still make a New Year's resolution around the 18th to the 20th of January. Just explore this idea with me, giving a little bit more time, particularly to someone who's not well, someone who's incapacitated, or having trouble themselves. This is an experiment that I think will pay off and will actually help you to realize your Aquarian nature much, much more readily, much more easily. One of your ruling planets, Saturn, continues to move in the 10th house along with your other ruler, the North Node. So the focus is very strongly there on your work. And you are going to have in the coming weeks the slow, well, it's a fairly fast transit, but it may not happen immediately, of Mars moving into this 10th house shortly. So, this first quarter of 2014 is going to be extraordinary for you. And this is where you're going to have to balance that self-centered necessity. And we do have to be selfish at times to get things done. The distractions are innumerable. But by the same token, I'm saying to you, the resolution should balance that desire for your own personal success with the needs of others right now. And throughout this first 2 weeks of January 2014, you have the perfect opportunity to really come into your own, have a taste of the sweetness of being Aquarian, and to see how that can actually work karmically for you to bring the success that you want without even desiring it for yourself too much. I hope you'll join me again next month. This was a slight departure from my usual way of doing the chronological events, but you can get that at my site, astrology.com.au, with our daily, monthly, and even the yearly readings that I've just released now, my own personal work there to help you make heads or tails of what's coming in the next 12 months. Do look forward to your company again here next month, Aquarius. Have a good one. Bye-bye.